All right, y'all. So since I've started YouTube, there've been so many damn marketing brands trying to pump fake me to try and sell me nonsense, man. The only company that I trust that I've seen put in work to get niggas more damn followers is Make You Famous. Obviously, everyone needs a strong marketing team around them. So far, Make You Famous has met my expectations. If you do music, if you sell things, if you model, or like me, you just do YouTube, then they'll do what you're looking for. You know what I mean? And grow your following pretty quickly. So if that's what you're looking for, click the link below, email them to see all subscription deals. You feel what I'm saying? And no, I'm not being paid to say this shit, man. It's your boy Banks. Come on now. All I do is true talks. You feel me? What up, YouTube? It's your boy Banks. And we back in the building. You feel me? It's true talks. Cause true talks. All right, let's get straight right into it. All right, man. So you already know it's been a long road. We all got to this end point. And y'all are like, what is Banks still gonna do? After the Raptors have won the championship, what is Banks gonna do? You already know I'm always here all around, man. We talk about free agency. We're gonna talk about the trades. We're gonna talk about everything, man. Anything basketball we talk about. That's what we do. And I'll still be doing a couple of throwback true talks, highlights, you know what I mean, context here and there, you know what I mean, that we'll do throughout the summer. So stay tuned. You already know. Spread the word. We out here. There's no drought here and no doubt here. You feel me? Let's get it. All right, so right now I'm going to be talking about something that was shaking the world. Basically, you already know it was Anthony Davis trade. The Anthony Davis trade with LeBron James and the Lakers. Basically, LeBron's getting AD. You already know, so it's LeBron AD dynamic duo that we're looking at. The Lakers, they trade in Lonzo, right? Lonzo Ball's going. Josh Hart is going. They're giving up 3 picks, including the number 4 pick that they have for this year draft coming up. That's basically today, right? Tonight, they traded that as well. You get what I'm saying? And then they're also getting rid of Brandon Ingram as well. So you got 3 players and you got 3 picks for 1 man. You get what I'm saying? Bro, that's tough, man. That's tough. That's very, very tough. That's the core. That's the young core that we've been raised to see and basically been like, oh, they're promising potential. So a lot of people are like, whoa, should we have given up the lot of Lakers fans are like, should we have given up the actual future? Should we have given up the future for a short, literally like LeBron 3-4 years? Should we have? At the end of the day, you gotta do it, man. I understand both perspectives. This is a rare time that it's a win-win trade. You know what I'm saying? It's an extreme win for the Pelicans because, like, people are sleeping. They're sleeping, man. First of all, Lonzo, he's now free. He's in a situation where he's playing in LA, his dad, all the noise and all that. Now he can actually be under the radar. He can just work on his game. Not on that, I don't even think he has to obviously work on the game and the shooting, but I think the shot was always there. It's just the mentality. People don't understand it's about the confidence and it's about the thinking. He's overthinking. You can tell when he's playing that he's overthinking too much on every move, every shot, every play. Only time he doesn't think is when he passes because that's natural. You know what I'm saying? Then B.I. started to rise, started to get over it. Obviously, he had the blood clot issue, but it seems like he's good. They said that he's good and he's good to return to basketball activities. So obviously, they would do the trade. They wouldn't do the trade if they know that he's hurt. You know what I'm saying? So Brandon Ingram was definitely, he's looking good too. He was looking good, especially to end the season there where he was playing with him and Kuzma were going to work, right? So definitely was looking good. And then Josh Hart really knows a lockup, a great 3-and-D guy that can actually create on his own, but he's just been sacrificing because you see what he did in the summer league. You see the takes he has, the ability he has. He's definitely a key player you would keep. Like he's basically an upgrade. You see what Danny Green is, like a 3-and-D type of guy. That's what he is, but elite defense. His 3-point shooting is okay. I wouldn't say it's not as elite as Danny Green's, but it's good. It's solid, and he can create more. He can create in fast breaks. He can do euros. He can do step backs. He can do all of that. So he's basically in a better version of Danny Green, technically at a younger age. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he basically is right now. I know he's better than that and more than that, but that's what the Pelicans are receiving. They still got Drew Holiday. You know what I'm saying? They still got Jahlil Okafor. They still got all these other guys. They still got they got the number 1 pick who's coming in, probably going to be Zion. Then they get the number 4 pick who's going to be someone promising as well too. You know what I mean? Or they could trade it down for another solid guy. They got assets for days. That's solid, man. They're going to be good they're going to be good in the future. You know what I'm saying? So It's sad to see them go, but at the end of the day, that's what happens when LeBron comes to the Lakers and joins them and doesn't thrive with that team. They could have made the playoffs, but he didn't want to play off ball. He's having Rondo play off ball, having Lonzo play off ball. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the great thing for this Lakers trade is that you kept Kyle Kuzma. Now, people are sleeping. People don't understand. Like, listen, stop trying to look for a big three. If LeBron is really that GOAT and LeBron is really that guy, LeBron, AD, and Kuzma is a big three. That's a big three. Kuzma was averaging 18 points, man. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? The big three, when they now play, they always have to sacrifice the third guy. If Kuzma's the third guy and he's averaging 18 points, you get what I'm saying? He can easily average 18 points. 18 points. When you average 18 points as a third guy, that's elite. Most third guys, they average between 16 to 18. You get what I'm saying? Or a secondary or a six-man scorer off the bench, 16 to 18, 15 to 18. That's elite. That's a big three. That's solid. Now you want to get another guy? Like this stacking is way too much, man. It's way too much. Remember, people don't understand. Golden State's play styles what made them 73-9. They didn't actually have a big three. It was Clay and Steph. Draymond is a role player. He plays defense. He hustles. He playmakes. He's a role player. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that shit, man. I don't want to hear that nonsense. Stop over boosting. If you know what Draymond is, he high value, yes, but he's the best role player you could find. That's Draymond. That's what he is. Now when they got KD, they had their first big three. Just people were like, oh my God, 73-9 and you had KD. No, they didn't have a big three. They overachieved with that Clay. It's the play style and the threes. That's how they overachieved with that team. They weren't still an elite team. That's why they lost from 3-1. They were a solid and they were a good team. They weren't to that high echelon. Every high echelon team, stacked team, has a big three. They didn't have that. Once they count KD, they had that. So you have LeBron, AD, and Kuzma. That's a great big three. What are we complaining about here? Why we need Kemba? Why we need this? Why we need that? Why we need that? Because we already know man's want to stack. Man's want to stack this OD, man. It's too much. It's way too much. If you're supposed to be the GOAT, look at what Kawhi did. Look at what Kawhi did. Look at what Kawhi did. With who? With who? They said Lowry's not even supposed to be an all-star. Siakam's equivalent to basically Kuzma. It's all potential. You get what I'm saying? They're averaging between 16, 17, 18. Potential. Not there yet. Not an all-star yet. That's what he has as a sidekick. That's what LeBron had. LeBron had that and a BI last year as a sidekick. So he had two more better than what you can't sit. No one can sit here and tell me that the Lakers team from last year and the Raptors team from last year, well, the year that just passed, right? You can't tell me that individually the Lakers had less talent. You can't tell me individually the Raptors had more talent than them. There's no way. There's no way. You go down the roster, they had elite, they had solid, crucial role players, not even role players, actually good individually talented guys. That was way better than individually talented Raptors players. It's just Raptors as a team, when you have Kawhi there and their defense is elite, that's the major difference, because their defense wasn't elite. The defense was elite, and the superstar, LeBron, Kawhi, his defense was elite. Kawhi's, that LeBron's defense wasn't there. He's there. People have to push him to play defense. Kuzma's doing that. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you see it's a chain reaction. Oh, lead by example. The superstar's not playing defense? I'm not playing no damn defense, man. That's what happens. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, and the play styles too conflicted. So that was the problem with the LA. That's why they didn't go that far as well too. You know what I'm saying? Because LeBron is being his selfish way. Instead of letting the point guard play point guard, he's there playing point guard to get his stats instead of actually playing off ball like every small forward normally does. You know what I'm saying? Like Kawhi was doing, like KD was doing, like Paul George was doing, play off ball. Doesn't mean you don't have the ball, but you play off ball. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, so we look at it here. Look at what Kawhi did. One other all-star was Lowry. Championship. You have an all-star in AD. You have basically a Pascal-like in Kuzma. That's a big three. That's a man's telling Kawhi he should stay because of Pascal, because they could be MJ and Pip, and he didn't even make an all-star team yet. So what are we talking about Kuzma? Why are we looking for other bands? Kuzma's right there. That's a big three. Y'all are sleeping. That's a big three. But you know, media wants to overboost everything. You want to overboost Kuzma, but then you want to not live up to it, because now when it's time to make Kuzma be like, oh, Kuzma's that guy. No, we need Kemba. I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to hear that garbage. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Like, I have no problem with LeBron. I have no problem with LeBron. I have a problem with LeBron's fans. Like I said, I have no problem with LeBron. LeBron could do all the stacking he wants. He could get 10. He can actually get a whole 10 guys that were on Team USA and actually get them to come sacrifice and play with him. And I would not care. At the end of the day, you can't have your cake and eat it too. The only reason I care is because man, they're saying you're the GOAT. If you're the GOAT, you don't need. They need you. That's the difference. You don't need. Simple. There's no, I need this. There's none of that. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't be stacking your team willingly, nonstop, and then also be mentioned as the GOAT. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's simple. In order to be the GOAT, you have to fight the hard way. That's what GOAT means. You fight the hard way. That's what it means. So then he leaves, goes to Miami. Only goes to Miami to get a big three. Changes the whole NBA. Then once they're going downhill, instead of him going, you know what, we're going to run it back. We're older, like the Spurs is when they were older. Run it back. No, they're not good enough. Let me go to a younger big three with Kyrie and Love. That's what he does. And then what happens when that goes down? Leaves again, and now he's creating another big three. This is who he is. You can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't create big three on 3 different teams and come tell me about the GOAT. I don't want to hear that. Push him over Kobe, push him over MJ. God damn, yo. Y'all are tripping, man. I don't want to hear that. I have no problem with Bron. But at the end of the day, you can't have your cake and eat it too. I'm tired of media, man. Stop this. Don't say if you say he's the GOAT, then you better bash him for what is happening. But if you don't want to say he's the GOAT, then okay, allow it. It's good. You can't have your cake and eat it too. That's simple, man. That's simple. Just them and themselves, a dynamic duo, is going to be a problem. But the people don't understand is that I have to wait and see how the roster goes. He got traded. It's going to be harder for them to fill up the roster. They're going to have to sign guys on veteran minimums and through draft picks and all that kind of stuff. They're not going to have a tight roster. It's the same situation Miami was in when they got those 3 guys, Bosh, Wade, and Bron. So I'm not too stressed or nothing about that, because at the end of the day, you still have Bosh. You have Bron, Kuzma, and AD. That's elite enough. Whatever shooters you get and players you get, it don't matter, because at the end of the day, 2 or 3 or one of them is on the court at all times. Probably 2 at all times. So it doesn't matter. Look at Golden State when their bench was depleted. They still went to the finals because of what? 2 or 3 of them were on at all times. So it don't really matter to me. The only thing is I'm looking at play style. Kuz he's a shooter. He can pull up. He'll fit with anybody. There's no problem with him. He's not like KD, but it's the KD skill set. You know what I'm saying? So shooting wise, off ball, and all that type of stuff, he'll fit in with anybody. Bron, this is the problem. It's either Bron has to change his game, but not necessarily. Even if he doesn't want to change his game, because I know he doesn't want to, and he's not going to. You are who you are. People are like, let's go to the stats, okay? So they're going. AD was averaging what? 28 and 11 3 years ago. 28 and 11 2 years ago. Last year that just passed. 26 and 12. Elite numbers. You know what I'm saying? You can't assume. Look at the play style. AD is not on the perimeter like that. He is sometimes, but he's not on the perimeter like that. You know what I'm saying? He gets his buckets, pick and roll, alley, hey, pick and roll, dime, hey, pick and roll, mismatch, face up, splash. You know what I'm saying? In the post, one dribble, hook, splash, face up, rip through, layup, hey, jab step, pull, hey, those type pick and pop, hey, those type of buckets, splash a 3 here and there. Fast break, that's 80s buckets. That's 80s buckets, okay? So, doesn't that remind you of something? Because people are just looking at the numbers. Let me wake people up real quick. People must have forgot. They must have forgot. Let me mention the boy. Before K-Love went to Miami or went to Cleveland, what was he averaging? 26 and 13. 26 and 13. Hold on, a couple years before that, he averaged 20 and 15. 20 and 15 rebounds. My goodness. The next year, 26 and 13. Okay. 18 and 14. Oh my God. 26 and 12.5, aka 26 and 13. My goodness. Then what happens? He goes to Cleveland the year he averages 16. People must have forgot. Y'all must have forgot. We've seen this before. LeBron don't work with bigs like that. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to wake y'all up. He makes them play on the perimeter because he needs to go in the paint. He needs spacing. Let's go back. Let's even go back even again. Let's go to Chris Bosh. Man. Chris Bosh before that. Obviously, he wasn't on that terrible. What was he doing? 28 and 8. 22 and 10. 22 and 9. 24 and 11. 22 and 10 again, bruh. And then he came and he averaged 18. Like, mans need to wake up and smell the coffee. Just because it's AD. This is the same shit. I know y'all trying to praise and push LeBron and boost this, and media doesn't think, and they want to create this narrative. Bron does not play well with bigs. He doesn't. They have to spot up. They lose who they are. It's been shown. The blueprint is there. Go look at the shit, man. Y'all are tripping. Stop this. Oh, the 88, 28 in this. Oh my God, we get him automatic. Stop this. I understand those two guys were playing the third wheel. But at the end of the day, it's about play styles. It's about play styles. How many times did Caleb get on the block? How many times did Chris Bosh get it on the block? They have to be floor spacers. How many times do you think AD is going to get on the block? Only thing you can do is pick and roll. But if you don't have all shooters around you, mans can help off the corner while you picking and rolling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's not going to work, but don't boost how elite it's going to be. I'm telling y'all, you heard me first. AD will only keep close to his numbers is if he's the second guy. Meaning you keep it how it is now. Kuzma's the third, AD's the second. When you put him in the exact same role as Chris Bosh and Love, where yes, he should be the second, but at the end it's a perimeter dominant game. If you put Kemba there, I'm telling you, Kemba's gonna get more looks and more shots than actually AD at the end of the day, because AD's gonna play passive, etc. I already know this. He's gonna be thinking, I need to do this, I need to set the pick, I need to do this. Kemba and LeBron will get the most of the buckets, or most of the shots. AD will be sacrificing, which means he'll be looking like K-Love. He'll be looking like Bosh. I'm telling you. So if anything, if you want to change the narrative that LeBron can't play with bigs, the best thing you should do is keep what you have. Keep what you have and make Kuzma the third and AD becomes the second. Because if you want to add more players, the more AD gets lost in the shuffle. I think the best bet to actually maximize the Lakers with AD, because it's going to be hard. Like, AD and LeBron's playstyle don't match. LeBron's playstyle does not match with anybody who's not just a shooter. It does not match. If you really know basketball, it does not match. Now, you can still run pick and roll, but it depends. There's a domino effect. There's other shooters, like I said before. So if you have limited money and you can't get bare shooters, it's going to be harder for LeBron and AD to run pick and roll. The best thing I would say is them run pick and roll all day. They get a mismatch. AD gets a mismatch, one dribble hook, whatever the case is. LeBron gets a mismatch, try to bully, whatever the case is. That's the best situation for them. At the end of the day, I'm just trying to talk about the AD trade, what I think about it. We'll see how it goes, man. Especially because draft day is tonight. We'll see how that number 4 pick plays out. Remember, the trade didn't officially happen, but it's presumed to actually happen, and it's assumed that it's going to happen, and it's basically laid out. But we don't know exactly that it's actually happening. Not official. Like a referee with a whistle. You feel me? It's true talks. Because true talks, man. This is what I feel about it. We'll see. I'm going to be diving in on a lot of things all the time. You better share, like, and subscribe. You already know. Tell your friends and tell a friend who tells a friend to tell a friend. You feel me? And I'm out, man.